is.
Oh yeah, the crowd goes wild as yes. Welcome to Kojaks Live with Chase and Charlie on
Yo!
this beautiful Sunday afternoon.
God, is it Sunday already? You know what that means. It's time for the final table. We got the mystery bounty tournament going on. Final table.
Yes, the
what
final
a
table.
lineup.
We got 9 players remaining. 9 players remaining. We've got chip stacks all the way from 750,000 all the way up to your chip leader at 3,090,000 chips.
3 million chips. Yeah, this is going to be good. And what a lineup, too. C1, we got Michael. Absolute crusher. We got Paul, you know him, you love him, and then probably fan favorite Bobby in seat 3.
Oh, so Bobby played last night. Bobby is from San Angelo, Texas, and we're going to go ahead and flip over to the game while we talk about this. But sitting over in seat number 3, Bobby Beaver is from San Angelo, Texas. He would not stay in a hotel last night. He drove all the way home because he said his bed is his bed.
Yep.
And this is about how we're going to start it off. Look at this, 100,000 chips to call. We're on blinds of 50,000, 100,000, and Paul picks up a monster.
Ace Jack, the old Amberjack offsuit. Hunter looking at the Ace-9 offsuit, but we're going to see a lot of tight play. We're at the final table. Of course, registration is way closed, so these players are really in it to win it right now.
And you talk about tight play. Look at this. First place, $7,600.
Come on now.
And ninth place is going to go out with 800. But back on the wall, back behind those players, there's 8 bounties left.
That's right.
Every time you knock someone out, you get a bounty, and the $10,000 bounty is still alive.
I'm happy to hear that. That adds a lot of anticipation, I think, to these players trying to knock each other out. So we're going to see, I estimate, some very tight pre-flop play. But once these players are in a position to shove, potentially eliminate another player, I think we're going to see a lot of all-ins.
Look at that. With the 9 on the river, MJ gets a check mark with a pair of 10s. MJ started this table with around 1 million chips, and there's 850,000 chips in the pot right now.
Already.
And it goes check, check, and look at this. MJ found some newfound wealth. He's searching, but they're searching to climb the leaderboard.
That's right.
Just to flip back over to this, they're searching to climb this right here: 800, 900, 1100, 1500, 2000, 25, 3, 4,000, and then to the ultimate prize of 7,600. But that's not what they're searching for.
Ooh, they want that 10K mystery bounty. And you really talk about ladder. It kicks in right around 6th place to 5th place. A $500 difference right there. So we're going to see some really tight play. Once we get to 6th place, I think things are going to ramp up even further. This is going to be a crazy game. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Sunday is poker day here at Kojaks, at least today.
Yes, it is poker.
And we've got a lot of different chips in play, too. Chips and plaques. And we've got some orange boys there. We've got some black boys there, and those plaques are worth $100,000 each. Hunter looks down at the Queen Jack offsuit and raises it up just to $250,000. $250,000. June looking down at the Amberjack, the Ace Jack suited of spades. And it looks like we're going to be heads up to the flop. Couple of plaques in the middle. You see our dealer there, Robert, one of my favorite dealers, moving those plaques around with ease. Flop is 10-4 deuce. Hunter got 3 to a straight, as does June, but really not a whole lot there. Hunter's going to continue the aggression, $300,000 this time going into the middle. Pot's already right near $1 million, and Hunter is going to scoop that one there with the C-bet on the flop.
So he's now your chip leader.
Look at that.
He started off 3,060,000 chips.
Now up to 3.46 million. Unreal. Yeah, how the turntables, to quote the great Michael Scott.
I'm over here thinking about that, how the turntables. Shouldn't that be how the tables turn?
It should be, but, he's a big old goof.
Hey, have you ever watched Days of Our Lives?
I have not. Is that the soap opera?
Yes, the one that's been running since, 1842.
Good Lord. Yeah, the old Oregon Trail started that one.
Oh, yes. And every time they killed off Bo or Marlena, they would come back to life a little bit later.
Charlie, you have been watching that. You know
Oh.
the character names and everything.
So I think Bo died like 6 different times. Marlena died like 4 times in a house fire and an airplane crash. But it was one of those where they just kept coming back to life. And we're going to have a hand here. Look at this. Mike Moyer.
Yeah, speaking of coming back to life.
Uh-oh, here we have it. We have it. The first all-in MJ action is on him. And early in a tournament, blinds of 100, 200, this is an easy call.
Yeah, a king-queen offsuit even.
Oh, look at this. He's grabbing chips.
And like we were talking about, with the possibility of eliminating a player and getting one of those mystery bounty cards here. Yeah, it looks like MJ's going to fold. He's going to pass, wait for a better spot.
The Executioner's got 2,020,000 chips. And he's debating this. And it's not about making, I mean, at this point, it is about making quality calls. But there's also that $10,000 bounty. And if you know your cards are live, then, we're sitting there looking at that. I apologize about that. But if you know your cards are live, then there's a chance to hit it.
Yeah, and you got suits going for you, you got the hearts working for you. That's another thing in the chamber. Another thing that may help you eliminate one of those players and get one step closer to that $10,000 mystery bounty.
So Moyer's shove right there. He did it with good cards, quality cards for a final table. You expect that kind of push, ace 10, offsuit, suited, whatever it was. Your chips are going to ship in. So we have 3 denominations of chips in play. We've got the orange 10,000 chips. We've got the black 25,000 chips. And then we've got those beautiful plaques that are sitting on the side right there. Miss Joni actually designed those plaques for us a couple years back, and they are absolutely beautiful.
They're very, very nice. And shuffle pretty well, Charlie. You can shuffle those, apparently.
Yes, you can. I had to, and look at this. You see the opening raise, blinds 50,000, 100,000. Hunter looks down at Snowman as the natural calls him, and right behind him, June. June's going to call him up. June says, I've got Queen Jack. I'm going to make this call, and here's Moyer. Moyer's move may have been to shove right there, but now he can't.
Yeah, he's got 2 ahead of him already showing aggression.
Ace 8 suited, that's a shovable hand. Not ideal shovable, but when you're short stacked, that's what you want to get in. Look at Jackson in the chat scene yesterday. He said you were sitting over at text line in a Kojak's hat. We love it, love it, love it. Hey, Tony, you're right. What's going on?
We
Mr.
got Toledo,
Hall?
Tony.
So heads up to the flop, aces or 8s versus Queen Jack, and that's going to slow them both down. Now, if Hunter, that's a smart move by Hunter. Hunter checks it,
right,
and he's making it looks like he's letting June catch up.
Now, Moyer, had he shoved, he would have hit his ace and would have been very far ahead.
Now June goes nowhere.
Yeah, June has the flush draw, the queen high flush draw, second nut flush. Hunter, the best hand so far, but there's the ace again. Hunter stays.
Moyer's kicking himself right now. And it's probably gonna go check on this, and just like that, it does go check, just like we expected it to. And Hunter pulls in newfound chips. He is running hot. 3,860,000 chips in his stack. He is definitely on fire. And we are looking for some knockouts, and we've got one right here, right now. We're going to pause this up, let you keep watching the table, and get that drawing done. And so we did have the first, Leo, we actually had to pause the stream because a player did get knocked out. I'm not going to say who it was, but a player drew a bounty, and we do that bounty on the table so that you can see it live when it happens. So there is going to be some action that's going to be happening here shortly. You're going to have to stay tuned in and get ready for it. But also, as these players are playing around, moves around to Joey, Queen, Jack, and that tells you the type of play they're at. They're looking to move up this money ladder and keep searching for that $10,000 bounty that is still alive out in play. So what you are all tuning in for is you're getting ready for this. I'm going to go ahead and flip this right here, and we're going to go to one camera. And that way you can see me. And what I'm going to do is I am going to draw this and get it ready to go. So it is time for the first drawing for $1,000. I'm going to set it right here, get it spinning around, and grab this trusty set of keys. This is going to be your first drawing for $1,000. Trust me. Everybody for every entry has a name inside this list. And whoever's name I pull out, we're going to verify. I've got the text thread pulled up with the other clubs, and I'm double checking to see if they're ready. And we're going to pull a name. So I'm going to give it one more good spin around right here. Get these names all mixed up. They're about the size of a fortune cookie, but this is for $1,000. And here we go. All right, we're going to reach on in here, as you can all see. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? I got one name. And we got it locked back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of your first $1,000 drawing. Your winner, get that on. Here it is, the first $1,000 drawing.
Who is it?
Chase was just able to join us back in.
Who is it?
And this is going to be Paulo Lujan.
Paulo.
If I can get it to focus.
Let me go see if Paulo's out there. Mr.
Paulo
Lujan.
Lujan, if you're in the club playing, Chase, will you go check outside? And over at CCC and Celebrity, they are checking, our CCC and the River League, they are checking right now. I'm going to text them. And if Paulo's not here, we're going to pull another name and make another winner. But we got action going on the table, so we're going to flip right around. Moyer is all in. Michael Moyer is all in. Ace, Queen, action's over on June, Queen 8. And it looks like that's, sorry, excuse me. June is all in. June is all in. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, all in moment. Flop comes out, Queen 8. That's two pair for June, one pair for Moyer. Moyer's looking for a 9, a club, an ace. Can he hit it? No, he cannot. And there it is. June is doubling up, and we're going to get a verification of the chip counts just to see. And it looks like June does double up, and that's going to leave Moyer critically injured, and he's coming up. Yeah, is Paulo here? All right, have Paulo come in here. I would like to introduce him, and go ahead and bring that cash in here too. And we're getting the double count on the chips. Sorry, we're doing multiple things here at the exact same time. And I am cued in looking at the chip counts. Moyer, by the chart, he should have some left over. And just like that, that's exactly where the math led it. He does have, it looks like 200, 300, 400. He's got around 400 and some change, just give or take right under 400. So 375, he is still alive. And Paulo Lujan is here at Kojak, sitting at the table. We're going to bring him in and thank him for playing in this tournament. These drawings are just a big thanks to all the players that played this tournament. We were able to amass over $68,000 in this prize pool, combined with the bounties, with the payouts, with the extra bags. It is, sorry, Monkey, it's not. Oh, is that Paulo Gonzalez? Paulo Lujan Gonzalez? Is it really? I'm over here smiling. I just realized who that was. So the winner of your first $1,000 drawing is Paulo Gonzalez, Paulo Lujan Gonzalez. And he is here at Kojaks. He's going to be coming back and joining me in just a second. We're going to be paying him that $1,000. And here it is. We've got another big hand queuing up. Hunter, chip leader Hunter, wakes up with Pocket Kings. Here we go. We've got another monster. And Joey right behind him, 730,000 chips left in his stack. Looks down at Ace Jack suited. Those are beautiful. All right, Monkey. Congratulations, Paulo. We'll be paying you out some money in just a few moments. Joey's got a big decision to make here. Hunter has already shipped it all in. Joey raised it up. Hunter has already shipped it all in with Pocket Kings. And Joey knows that he's up against a massive hand. What do y'all think at this point in the tournament? Should Joey make this call? Should Joey make this laydown? I already know my answer. What do you think? And that's it right there. That is a call by Joey. Ace Jack suited versus Pocket Kings. 68-32, the old coin flip, and the flop comes out 2 spades. That's exactly what Joey was looking for. And a 3rd spade on the turn seals the check mark in Joey's hand. And just like that, Joey doubles up. Hunter loses about 1 million chips out of his stack. He's now sitting at 2.8, still in beautiful, beautiful cruise control. Joey now has doubled up to 2.2 million chips. So it looks like Paulo's just about to come in the room. He's walking in right now. I'm going to hand him a headset. He's going to sit down right in this chair. And he's going to join us as soon as we can get this mic queued up. We're going to put you on camera. Are you ready? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Paulo Lujan Gonzalez, and he was the proud recipient of the Wheel of Payouts right here. And I've got this amazing stack of cash right here, and I'm going to count it out for you. We've got 50, 100, 50, 200, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and $1,000 right there. Woo. So just to go over it one more time. 1, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 50, $1,000.
Wow.
And it is our pleasure from Celebrity Card Club, from the River League, and from Kojaks to hand this over to you. He's playing on the cash tables out there, so you know if he's all in a hand, he's got some backup, so be ready to play.
Man, I say I thank you, and I want to say to everybody on Facebook, everywhere they're watching us, that this is a great place to play.
Oh, man, we truly appreciate that. And as always, we love you out here, Paulo.
Absolutely.
And it's time for you to go kick some butt on the tables.
Man. Thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome, brother.
Man, that was awesome.
Man, aren't you glad you came in today? We still got 4 more drawings. You're welcome, sir. So just like that, you see Mr. Paulo pulling in $1,000, and ladies and gentlemen, there is plenty more to be won. Plenty more in the form of 4 more drawings at the 30 of every hour. Get ready to win. All right, so way to go, Joey. We got fans in there. If you're in the chat and you're joining us in, who are you a teammate of? And look at this. Moyer shipped it all in, 435,000 chips in the middle of the pot. Joey makes the call. Okay, we're going to have to give him a standing ovation. We're going to go ahead and flip over to camera 1 right here. Let me get in the wrong camera. Sorry, I'll get this right. We're going to get in the camera view, and Joey makes the call with 5-3. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that's not the smartest move, but it is my favorite hand. And Bobby does make the call, so we are double teaming heads up against Mr. Moyer. They're looking for the knockout bounty. Bobby flops top pair ace. Joey's got the inside will draw. He does let that go. Bobby bets it, and he's not going to let it go any further. And with that river card, Bobby does check up with 2 pair. And with that, we're going to give a round of applause. Mr. Moyer does head out in 9th place. And that's going to secure him $800. Everybody steps it up a little bit. But what we're going to do right here is we are going to pause the clock. And that gentleman sitting in seat number 3 right there, stacking up those chips, Mr. Bobby Beavers, he is going to get to go. We have all the remaining bounties stacked up on the, taped up on the wall back behind him. We're going to let him come draw a bounty, and you'll see me walk out of the room in just 1 second. That's what he's telling him. And congratulations, Mr. Moyer. What an amazing tournament. What an amazing run you had, sir. And well played. I mean, hats off to you. Thanks for supporting our 3 clubs, and thanks for coming out. Glad you're leaving with some money. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. The Executioner has Queen 9. However, Mr. Paul in the chat, root some Pauls. Let's get some P's for him. He picks up pocket aces, and depending on what he does right here, he may be walking home too, because right behind him, Bobby's got ace queen. We know how those run. So Paul is going to raise it up to 260,000 chips. Right now, the big blind is 120,000, so just a little bump raise. 140,000 chip raise, and it looks like Mr. Bobby's going to fish on along with that. Hunter's got the case ace in his hand, and it does go in the muck. So Paul's going to have to hit 2 queens. Bobby's going to have to hit 2 queens, and Paul's aces are all dead. So we're going to be heads up to the flop. Pre-flop raise of 260,000. 1 caller, ace versus ace Quisha. Flop comes out 3-5-7. 1 hand too late for Joey playing that 5-3. And Paul says, I bet. Bobby says, I fold. And just like that, we're telling Mr. Bobby he's got to get up from his seat. We're pausing the tournament clock. And look at this. Look at him dance, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him dance. He is going to draw for a bounty. There are 8 bounty chips left. He's looking up at the wall, and he is getting ready to tango. So we are shifting around. We are going to put it on the table so we can see on the live stream what he pulls in this bounty. 8 bounties remain, and that $10,000 is alive. And we're going to step in. Mr. Bobby's going to take a seat. Look at him. It's all smiles when you're opening that envelope. Now I know where to stand, but we're going to flip it to just the overhead camera, and we're going to place the bounty down on there so everybody at home can see what he does pull. He did have a little trouble getting the envelope open. They're a little snug, but he just said, I'm going to rip this dang thing apart. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Bobby pulls in $500 bounty. But you know what that means, Chase? What exactly does that mean when he pulls in that $500 bounty?
I think that means the 10K bounty is still in play. Am I wrong about that?
That's exactly what we're
Oh,
looking for.
man.
And jumping back in the booth with me, Mr. Chase. He is running rampant, running wild.
I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. 3 hours of sleep, Charlie. Let's
Hey,
get it.
Hey, that's better than 2 hours, right?
Hey, nothing wakes me up like a final table with a $10,000 bounty in play. We're also doing drawings. Charlie mentions I'm running around. Yeah, I'm running around counting cash to give
Yes.
away.
So I've got these just beautiful 4 little paper clips.
Beautiful.
$1,000 in each paper clip.
Yep, I made
And
5, but brought you 4.
Yeah, you made 5. We gave 1 away. And all of these people right here, all of these entries,
Look at those entries.
Celebrity Card Club in Odessa.
Bow.
The River League
Bow.
in San Angelo. We need that on a soundboard.
Yeah, we do
and
need to.
Kojak's Poker Club here in Midland, Texas. If you're in any of those clubs, if you played the Mystery Bounty Tournament, your name is in here for each entry that you did. It is go time. And Joey's going to fire away just a little bit.
I'm excited to see this. Joey is an aggressive player, but look at this. He's run into aces. The Pocket Rockets red rubies right there from the Executioner. Now, the question is not, does he raise? The question is, how much does the Executioner raise? Joey in trouble, raising it up to $345,000.
The hand before this, Paul had American Airlines.
Oh, and we see a bet.
Joey tried to get away with something right there. This is the end of Joey's game. Joey just doubled up through Hunter Pierce. Million chips were taken for Hunter's stack and put into Joey's stack.
Okay.
And Joey got a little frisky right here, but he was just trying to pick up the blinds because you
Sure.
never expect the big blind to have a hand. They're forced blinds. They're in there.
100%. And
And-
King 4 suited, you get a suited king on the button, great stealing hand. Because if you run into it, chances are you could, suck out on potentially aces. Let's see if Joey has what it takes to suck out this time.
I don't think he goes any further. Raise to 1 million. That's 655,000 chips. That's half of Joey's stack.
That's right. Excellent size.
And look at this. The Executioner did not show his aces.
Of course. Let him pay to see it. And he's 405,000 chips richer, 2.725 million in the Executioner stack.
So, you know how Paul's lady comes and sets with him in Enjoy
Absolutely.
Poker?
What a sweet woman.
She wanted to know why Paul has 1,570,000 chips, right? She wants to know why he couldn't cash that out for cash. I love it. I love her. I love her. We love the ladies all in this room.
Absolutely.
And by her philosophy, I would be a billionaire by now.
100%. Yeah, no, just take it and run. You
Yes.
make it up to 2 million chips, just cash them out.
Cash them out and get going. So if you're joining us in the chat today, where exactly are you joining us from? What city are you in? We're looking for, like Basil says, we're looking for that first North Korea search.
We're looking for North Korea. We're looking for North Dakota. Oh, look, there he is right in the chat. Basil watching from North Korea. Let's go.
Hunter looks down in the +1 position, sees ace-9, raises it up to 300,000. MJ in seat 10. He's on the button, and he says, I see your 3,000.
Hunter getting smacked by the deck. MJ with the king-queen on the button, though. Great, great position for that hand.
Flop comes out. Hunter's in the lead, but
Only barely.
You don't have to like this.
Only barely. MJ does have plenty of outs and plenty of opportunity for aggression to win this pot here.
Check.
Oh, there's a 6. Pair
Now-
on the board.
Now, that's going to give Hunter the rights to bet right here. And
Francisco Mendoza watching from Donkeyville,
look
Texas.
at hey, that's Martin.
That is Mr. Donkey himself showing up in the chat.
Hey, Francisco, you going to come play some of that Permian Basin Poker Series?
There it
'Cause,
is.
We've got a trophy.
We
waiting
got the
for you right
trophy.
here.
Hee-haw.
And just as we thought, Hunter did throw out 300,000 more. And MJ says, not in my house.
Not in my house.
He says, I've raised you.
Excellent time for a raise here. This is a fantastic place to show aggression.
Does
On-
Ace have it, though? Does Hunter have it? Can he 3-bet that?
I don't think so. I think MJ on the button could be playing a pocket pair. He could be playing ace 6, king 6, Could be playing 6-7. All well within his range. Hunter in the +1 position is not going to have those lower cards. So this is a great opportunity for MJ to bluff, and he is taking it.
I think Hunter may make this call. Nope.
There he goes.
Oh.
Instead of making the call, he makes a liar out of Charlie.
Hey, but that's a great fold right there.
Excellent fold, yes. Cora saying, poker low-key makes no sense. You know what? And that's why we love it. It's a game played with money.
Francisco, I think we had one sandwich not purchased last night, and we did leave it out all night.
I tried to give it to
But
him.
we can warm it up.
We can warm
and
it
you
up.
can have it today. It has not been refrigerated.
That's
It's
true.
probably spoiled a little bit, but it is ready for you.
It's Chick-fil-A. Does it ever go bad?
No,
Even when it's bad, it's so good.
I love Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
But was it? No, it was Paul. Paul was griping because they went to Chick-fil-A for lunch yesterday, and then everybody wanted Chick-fil-A, so they went again. And Paul's like, "I don't want no dang Chick-fil-A." He orders that pimento chicken sandwich, and I crap you not, he ate that sandwich in 3 bites. And when I walked back by the next time, I said, "Hey, Paul, where's your sandwich at, buddy?" He goes, "Man, that thing was good."
All right, Paul taking it down in terms of chips and eating sandwiches pretty quick, it sounds like.
Yeah, Joey's sporting that beautiful hoodie.
Love it. We got Basil cheering on a lot of players here.
Yeah, Basil made a deep run.
He did.
He's going for Johnny Scarborough, Junebug, sitting in North Korea watching him. Paul griping, "No way."
No way. Which one is it? Which one is it? There we go.
MJ looks down. Bobby's in the big blind, King Deuce, but look at him stare MJ down.
Bobby, a very tough player. Came in as the chip leader or second in chips.
He was the chip leader.
He was,
first.
yeah.
3,090,000. Hunter had 3,060,000.
Up to 3.4 now, and he makes the correct fold, gets out of the way. He was crushed by MJ's hand. Cora Wheeler saying blackjack is better. Uh-oh.
Blackjack. What is that?
Uh-oh.
What is blackjack, Cora?
What happens there? Yeah, I have a hard time counting to 5, making a straight in poker. So counting up to 21, I have no chance.
So that's why blackjack's considered gambling, because you can know all the skills in the world, but it's still the luck of the deck.
Yep.
Whereas poker, you can have the best hand. And just like Hunter had the best hand 2 hands ago, and MJ raised him with a inferior hand, Queen Jack, and Hunter ended up laying it down.
A large element of skill in poker. And you're playing against the players, too, as well, instead of playing against the house.
So Mr. Martin says he's ready for another drawing. You've got about 38 minutes before we do that other drawing. And look at this.
Jackson Thompson saying the view is good from London.
The view's good from London, but he was in Flight A over in Texarkana yesterday wearing a Kojak's hat. So unless he hopped on, what was that really fast jet?
The Concorde.
The Concorde. Unless he hopped on that Concorde, zoomed on over there, then he might still be sitting in Texarkana watching this.
Uh-oh. It looks like Paul is in trouble here. Executioner with the ace quisha, raising it up to 300K. Paul on the button with king queen, crushed. But he is suited.
I'm glad to see he did not ship it all in. We're not going to see a whole lot of all-ins unless they want to protect their hand.
Right.
It's at this point right here that you want to get the chips into the middle of the pot so that you can build the pot and grow your stack. And just like that, Paul is down to 3 outs. He's just shy of 20%.
Or running hearts. Don't discount the running hearts. Okay, never mind.
Or the
discount.
jack.
Yeah, the jack does help.
Shoot, there we go. Now he's even more alive. He added 9s and aces.
Yeah, let's see an ace here for maximum destruction.
Oh. Bet of 150,000.
120.
Oh, I almost saw that.
Yeah, you
He stacked him in 4s.
You have a good eye, Charlie. I do have to say.
And just like that, the Executioner with no pair.
No
gets the check
pair.
mark. And it goes check, check. Paul flips over his hand. He thought he could have been good there. I mean, Executioner could have been bluffing.
That's right.
So Frank, not Frank, Martin, what seat are you in and what game are you playing right now? Because I'm sending out a text list to let him know that Fresh Meat's sitting at the table over at the River League.
That's true. I did.
You gave him a king on the river, bells his butt out.
Oh man, I will never forget that hand. That was wild. Ace queen, queens versus ace king. All in on the turn. Queens way ahead, and then boom, spikes a king on the river.
Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. So we've got all the clubs represented here. We got Mr. Bobby from the River League. We've got Mr. Johnny Scarborough, still sporting. You know, I've never seen him come play a tournament over here that he's not wearing the CCC shirt. That's their staple shirt.
Love it.
That's their logo right there.
You got to rep the brand.
And that man loves that brand. He is CCC for life. He loves Sissy, loves Deanne, and he's just one of those GGTKs, the big guys. Too.
Yeah, and hey, great club as well. CCC has some great people, some great managers, everybody.
Yes.
Excellent.
And look at this. Ahmed sitting out there. Is he playing cash right now?
I
know for sure he was here yesterday, but he better get his butt on those cash
yeah,
tables.
come on.
Look at this. Look at this. All in, Johnny Scarborough.
The Jack 6. Oh, man. Yeah, and Hunter has been raising a lot pre-flop.
You see this a lot, though. You see the shorter stacks, because the bigger stacks, they start to bully when they have those large quantity of chips, and they're raising with lighter cards. And just like this right here, Johnny ships it. He's playing just straight. This is the fifth hand that Hunter's raised.
Yeah.
So I am going to shove. Let's see. He's got 300,000 in there. I'm going to ship in 1.6 million.
And we know that Hunter has been playing very good hands. It's just that he's gotten a lot of them. So a lot of these other players may be thinking, oh, he's raising loose. He's raising light. Maybe I should shove on him. And that's exactly what's going on here. Blind versus blind. Johnny takes the aggressive route. And I think it might pay off for him. I'm not exactly sure Hunter can call here, but I'm not exactly sure Hunter can fold either with the suited ace-9.
If there was a way that Hunter could see the percentages,
Right.
65% and 35%, that's an instant call. I'm calling every hand that I'm 65% favor to win.
Right. Now, Hunter's thinking about the range that Johnny would do this, which certainly does not include Jack 6 off.
No, and he's watched Johnny play over the course of the last day and a half now, and he knows Johnny's not shipping it. And look at him. I mean, you couldn't put him on a bluff like that. Look how solid he looks.
You can't read that.
He's looking up, watching, and look at Hunter. He's trying to get any type of read on him whatsoever.
Looking at the pulse, looking at the posture. Just not picking anything up, though.
That's a nice watch.
A beautiful watch. I was about to comment.
That's a beautiful Rolex.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, I think is that the root beer? I think it is. It's a great color scheme. And Hunter's still thinking about it. I thought we had action on the play. I thought we had something going on here, but Hunter really taking his time, and you can't blame him.
He's got the right read right now. He thinks he's pushing light.
And Linda taking the words right out of my mouth, saying, you can't read that. 100%. You cannot read that.
Linda, are you joining us from CCC, from Kojaks, or from the River League? Where are you joining in at? Because if you play with Johnny, you know Johnny's not much of a bluffer.
Absolutely not. And, you know, physicality comes into it. You don't expect a player like Johnny to bluff. Repping the CCC.
I think his statue
Yeah.
is going to get him away with this one.
I think so, too.
So we have the bluff of the tournament right here up on Hunter. Will he
man.
make the call? Look at him. He's really debating this.
Hand number 15. That's how far it took for us to get to the bluff of the tournament. Linda saying, Johnny is her dad. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, she knows firsthand.
So
you
know,
can't read.
Johnny doesn't bluff, does he? Johnny does not bluff.
And look how patient these other players are as well. I mean, that is a lot of respect.
When you're at this point in the tournament, you
Absolutely.
do not call clock.
Absolutely.
Not unless you're the one making the bluff and you want to put the decision on them hard and you want to be the turd, then you call clock.
Yeah, but even then, isn't that giving it away? Doesn't that say?
Hey, look at the experience at this table
I
though,
know.
between Paul, Bobby, and Johnny.
Absolutely.
Think of how many times they've been able to pull off a bluff like that.
Absolutely.
Because they're all poker players. You can
You
see
have
it
to be.
there. So what Hunter's doing right now is he's looking at his chip stack. Oh,
Wow.
actually, what he's
Makes
doing right
the
now
fold.
is he's laying it down. And look at this. Johnny doesn't even show an exhale like he got away with it. He just calm, cool, casually, and pulls it in.
Unbelievable. There it is.
Look at Caesar. He needs to call that clock.
Call that clock.
No, because so here's my view on it, Caesar. If Johnny would have called the clock right there, that would have looked like he was trying to get away with it.
Exactly.
He didn't call the clock. He gave the ultimate time to Hunter
Right.
to make that decision, and that looked like he wanted him.
Which is in itself a level, you know?
Oh, so we're playing ipso facto reverse
right.
psychology.
Yeah. What do you think that I think that you think that I think that you
Yes.
think that I have?
MJ has a stack of chips now.
Oh, Reese, come on. Rub it in. Sitting on the beach, relaxing, doing nothing, waiting to see who pulls that 10K envelope.
Man, you know what? It must be nice to
Must
have
be
Reese's
nice.
job. He never has to work. Sitting on the beach, he's probably got a Corona sitting in his hand. He's probably maybe got a cigar and the big straw bucket hat. I bet he's out in Galveston right now.
Yeah, the man never works. Yeah, right.
So here we go, moving straight on to hand number 16 in your mystery bounty final table. We played down to 9 players last night, and look at this. The Mexicutioner picks up another monster. Ace Quisha sitting on his bench.
Quisha in the +2 spot.
You're right, Basil. How did he pull that bluff on Hunter? Hunter's usually precise, but I'll tell you this. That bluff was preceded by an entire day of solid play yesterday.
Absolutely.
Hunter watched him play all day long, and Johnny never bluffed yesterday.
That was an image bluff.
They got that $15,000 tournament going on in text line. You know, if I was sitting on the beach, that's exactly what I would have said also.
Yep, that sounds fishy. A little suspicious.
Charlie, you're on vacation. You're on vacation. No, I'm not. I'm in Las Vegas at the Aria getting ready to run the $50,000 bounty tournament.
You are dressed like you're on vacation, though. Charlie, my man, wearing the best Hawaiian shirt.
Hey, how did we get four-handed? Look at this. Johnny looks down at King
no.
9. Joey's way behind, but searching for a chop with
right.
with King 8.
Mexicutioner looking for a 10. June with a pair of jacks.
June's got the best hand. Oh, no, just
No.
third best hand.
Yeah.
How can you have Ace Quisha and be in third place?
Kelly says 1 in 8 chance for 10K. I would call.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's setting pretty good. There's 8 players left. There's 7 bounty chips up for grabs.
Good odds.
And 1 divided by 7. That's a 14% chance that somebody pulls $10,000
Pretty
on
good.
the next one.
That's pretty good. And look at this. Joey stacking up chips for a call. Does the Mexicutioner put it in, peel one more card? That's the question. 200K to win 1 million. It looks like he's cutting out calling chips.
And so this pot has grown into one of the largest non-all-in pots we have, 1.2 million chips.
Wow. A 9.
Oh, that solidifies Johnny's check mark.
Johnny's got
Well, it doesn't solidify.
almost,
10.
yeah. Johnny's got 2 pair.
I see Johnny betting.
And it
Betting
looks like
big.
he's betting big. Yeah, I'd say, what is that, 500K?
I'm not quite sure on that, Rose.
700K.
Yes. 700K into 1.2 million, so just about 40% of the pot.
A little more than half.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 60%. I was thinking almost 40.
Yep.
But just about the full amount. And Joey can't make this call
No, Joey is very far behind.
because now that 9 put Queen 10 into play. It puts any 2 pairs. 6-9 is now a playable hand. Nobody, of course, at this point is going to have 6-9. But King Jack always could have been there.
And you know, that also, that 9 higher than Joey's 8 in his hand, makes it more likely that he's just going to play a pair of kings with no kicker.
And he does what he should.
He lets it go. Now, Mexicutioner getting out of there as
I
well.
like how the Mexicutioner does not waste any time. Actions on him, cards in the muck.
He's got his decision planned out 2 moves
how I play.
ahead.
That's how I play.
Yeah. I play too fast.
As soon as the card comes out, I'm making the bet.
Yep.
And I have chips in each hand, and I've already told myself if this improves my hand, my left hand goes in. If
Yep.
it does not improve my hand, the right hand goes in.
That's how it goes. Winning players do that. And there you go.
I'm not a winning player.
That's okay. Me neither. And now we've got, let's check out these chip stacks here. While my man Tech, our dealer, one of my favorite dealers, shuffles up. Bobby still in the lead, 3.3 million. Johnny just behind that at 2.9 million, almost tied with the Executioner. MJ at 2.6, Hunter 1.7. Short stacks are June and Paul just below 1 million.
1 million. All righty, so we're moving on over to hand number 17.
Yes, sir. Executioner with the King 4. Probably, yeah, he pitches it into the muck. And we've got Johnny with the J6 of hearts. Folds around to him on the button. He's got a suited jack, but it's not good enough to play. After pulling off a bluff like that, he's going to have to play pretty snug so that he doesn't get looked up. And, this hurts. Joey in the big blind gets a walk with the King 10 suited. Short stacked. Would have loved to shove there and get a double up, or at least pick up a little more than just the blinds. But there we go. Joey does grab the blinds. He gets a rebate on his big blind as well as the small blind coming right back at him. And we're moving on. We got hand number 17. But if you want to see how tight these players are playing. Now, in our cash game, the 1-2 game that we usually run on Thursdays, will be 60, 70% kind of the median number. Hunter at the top of the VPIP at only 35%, playing right around what the book says you should be playing. MJ down to 17%, and Johnny and Bobby tied for 11%. So, yeah, snug play here, but very aggressive play. Once those chips go into the middle, once we see a flop, we see a lot of big bets usually. Executioner under the gun with the ace-jack offsuit. That hand seems to be making its rounds. You got Johnny with the King 5. He's going to let that go. June with the 9-7. Joey with the Queen 5. MJ with the 5-4. Doesn't look like he's going to call. And that strong raise from under the gun is going to scoop the blinds for the Executioner and give him a free round of these blinds here that are approaching. Executioner in the big blind spot for this next hand. And here's a look at the wins and losses so far since we've started the final table. MJ up a cool million chips, sitting at 2.5 million in his stack total. Executioner and Johnny tied for just below a million chips. We got Bobby up 270, Joey down a small 5,000, June down 320, Paul down 710, and that'll put Hunter down 1.2 million. Bobby with Charlie's favorite hand. I'm glad he wasn't here to see that. I'm sure he would be wincing. And Joey with the ace-9 suited here on the button. Good stealing hand. Or a good shoving hand. He goes all in with about 10 big blinds, a little less. MJ with the 4-3. I don't believe can call here. Joey is going to be shoving wide, but he's going to be having a lot of hands that'll dominate or just straight up decimate the 4-3. And it looks like MJ has pitched his cards already in the middle. Got the Executioner in the big blind, who also folds. And you can see Joey scooping that pot of his own chips. Got to stack them back up. A good problem to have, as we say. And we're on to hand number 20 already. These hands are going by pretty quick. Not a whole lot of flop play, not a whole lot of post-flop play. Again, these players are really looking for their spot to eliminate another player and get a chance at that $10,000 envelope there, that mystery bounty. The 10K is still in play, but here we go. This may be a spot. Bobby looking down to the ace-jack suited. Hunter with the 7-7. Trying to hit a jackpot there. Bobby does call. A smooth call. I like it from under the gun. Still showing off a lot of strength. Hunter 1.7 million chips in his stack, raises it up to 400K. Joey with the ace-jack suited, this time of clubs. Pretty decent calling hand, but with two players in front of him already in the pot, this is actually borderline, and he does shove all in. I like the aggressive route. And the Executioner, he folds. Paul folds. And it looks like that gets Bobby out of the way. Hunter with the pocket sevens is technically ahead right now. He's got a made hand, the pair of sevens. But once we see the equities update, it'll be really close. Should be close to a coin flip here. The old suited overcards versus the lower pocket pair. The classic race. Getting an accurate count of Joey's chips here. Folds around to Hunter. Hunter already has put in 400,000 out of his stack. He's got 1.3 remaining. This call would represent the vast majority of his stack. He'd be left with less than 400K. Blinds are already up to 150,000 for the big, 75 for the small. And we give him less than 2 orbits. He is ahead, 52%, a very slight favorite in this classic coin flip scenario. Hunter really being put to the test here. Past couple of hands. And he folds the sevens. Joey drags another pot, 2.1 million going into his stack. Almost 2.2, chipping up. Now the button on MJ. That'll put Paul in the big blind and the Executioner in the, the button on the Executioner. That'll put Bobby in the big blind and Paul in the small. Hunter faced with another decision under the gun. But that's what separates a lot of these good poker players from the great ones. The ability to make these tough decisions back to back to back to back for hours and hours at a time. And Hunter looking down at the king-queen. Ah, man, another decision to make. King-queen offsuit under the gun. This could be a shove here. This could be a fold. I don't think it's a call or a raise. Not with 1.4 million. And yep, there it is, all in. Johnny with the 7-4, going to let it go. Does June call with the queen-jack suited? No, he does not. Folds around to Bobby in the big blind. And he pitches his cards as well. Hunter scoops the blinds, gets a free orbit. All in good time as well. Hunter will be in the big blind for the next hand. Now Hunter chipping up to 1.6 million. Right around 10 big blinds. Those blinds are creeping up quickly. I think the next level should be about 100K, 200K. So even stacks like Joey and MJ, not going to be safe hanging around that 10 big blind mark. And this is where each one of those levels really adds another layer of complexity. Because everybody is short stacked and everybody wants to ladder up. All things considered, these stacks are actually pretty close together. MJ with the QJ in the hijack position. He's putting out a raise. Looks like 200 and change. 325 is the bet. Hunter with the King 10, just constantly, it feels like, faced with decisions. And he does make the call, getting a discount in the big blind, not committing a huge amount of his chip stack to the middle. Let's see a run out for the first time in a while. King high, King 9-5. Hunter makes a pair of kings, and that's an easy decision right there. Snap shove. And we're getting an accurate count here, but I'm not exactly sure MJ could call. He's got a gutter ball, looking for a 10 to make a straight. Yeah, of course, with that shove, MJ probably knows he's up against at least a king. And he's right. MJ makes the fold, and Hunter chips up again, back up above 2 million. And that is just how quickly these pots grow. And how quickly these chips change hands. Yeah, it looks like we got a dealer change coming up here. And that means we can talk about our mystery bounty here. We're going to be doing 5 cash drawings at 1,000 each. We've already done one of them. So that means there are 4 left. $68K in the final prize pool. $10,000 mystery bounty still in play. And we've got 8 players left by my count. Next will be 8th place for $900. June looking at the pocket queens, wants to bust somebody. June with only $585K in his stack. Takes the opportunity to shove under the gun. No doubt scooping at least the blinds here. Unless he runs into pocket aces, that is a possibility. Joey with the 9-5, not likely to call there. Getting an accurate count once again, just to make sure our chip stack reader is correct. And Joey folding his cards. MJ folding his cards, the Jack-5 offsuit. Executioner with the Ace-King. We could see the classic coin flip. Ace-King versus Queens. Not a whole lot of options here for the Executioner. Does he call or does he just shove on top? Well, Charlie, you are just in time. Look at this. Executioner not shoving over the top, just 3-betting to 1.2.
Oh, Queens.
Trying to isolate, trying to build the pot.
Queens versus Ace King. I don't have much longer. I've got a birthday party that I'm going to have to go to here in a few minutes. It's my sister's birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday to Charlie's sister. And the Executioner with the old AK is behind June's pair of queens.
This is the point in the cash games where you say how many times you want to run it.
That is absolutely correct.
So that's an all-in and a call. And you know what's crazy is I got to sit here and act like I don't know what happened.
Oh, no.
Because I had to pay out the bounties.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's a spoiler alert.
I didn't spoil a thing for you.
Okay.
So will the queens hold up? And
There's
just like
the
that,
king.
in the window, just like that, June is looking for a queen and a queen. Well, there's only a queen.
A queen left. And look at this, AK in the chat saying, let's go AK, cheering for his favorite hand.
Mr. June, 1 bullet. one entry,
Wow.
one lifeline in this tournament. He cashes
Unbelievable.
out for $900. But don't forget, yesterday he drew a bounty chip for $500.
Woo!
So now it's the Mexicutioner's turn. We're going to pause that clock.
And we're going to talk about that mystery bounty tournament that we are running right now. Bow, bow, bow. There it is. Not the same when I do it. Yeah, Mr. June taking 8th place for $900, and that leaves 7 players. The next player up to $1,100 in prize money. 6th place up to $1,500, and from there we jump up $500 for each place until we get to third. Third to second. Another horn for Mr. Zenith.
Oh! Love
There you
seeing
go, my
these
man.
horns go across here. So we're pausing the table right now. You're going to see a guy in a beautiful colored shirt walk out there.
Let's see this guy in the beautiful colored shirt.
Mexicutioner is going to get to draw a bounty. So what do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 7 players left. And look at this. The Mexicutioner smiling because he knows that $10,000 bounty is still in play.
Is in play.
Will it be in play after this draw?
Oh, here we go. I don't know. We need a drum roll button.
That's what I was doing. And here it goes. And that is that was a fast $1,000.
A fast 1K.
So when he was opening that up, I 100% thought that was a $10,000.
Wow.
I saw the 3 zeros in the comma, and I was like, that's it, that's it, that's it.
Everybody's staying hyped. That 10K is still in play. And we are down to 7 players. Here's a look at those chip stacks. While my man Josh in the box is shuffling up, one of my favorite dealers. Mexicutioner now on top, 3.7 million in chips. Bobby just below just below 3 million. Johnny at 2.79. Joey above 2 million, along with MJ. Hunter just below that 2 mil mark. And Paul now the short stack at 745,000.
Oh my! What happened to his chips? I walked away.
Yeah, what happened to his chips indeed?
They're not going anywhere on this hand.
Not this time. Hunter on the button with the ace deuce. Let's see. He does raise it up, it looks like. 350K to call. Johnny with the Jack 10 borderline hand.
Basil's back there saying, "Johnny, what are you doing? That's
What
Jack
are you
10."
doing?
Actually, it's more along the line of, "Damn it, boy."
Damn that boy. You missed it earlier. Right as soon as you walked out, somebody folded the 5-3.
Well, I appreciate Joey trying to play it, but I don't want him to play. I don't want anybody to play it on this. So I joke all the time, 5-3 is the best hand in poker. Let me rephrase that. 5-3 is the best hand in cash game.
Okay.
In tournament poker, you're just SOL if you play that.
In a loose, splashy cash game, that 5-3 will hold up sometimes.
Uh-oh, we're creeping up on 4:30, so make sure you share this post. We are about to do another $1,000 drawing.
Hey, we're in it to win it, and we're in it to give it away.
So what are blinds? 6120?
Blinds are all the way up to 75-150. Paul with the ace-3 suited.
He says raise,
Not going to shove, though. Keeping a couple of chips behind.
and Bobby's going to, surely he's going to,
man.
no, he's not going to shove.
He
I
just-
thought he was going to shove behind.
A smooth call.
So here we are. We're going to be, Joey's going to fold. MJ 8-6, he's going to let that go. Although it's only 150,000 to call. He does make the call, completed 3-way action, going to the flop, 8-6. Oh, he's got hearts, and he's dominated by hearts versus ace-king.
Oh, yeah, those suited gappers. This is one of the times that it'll get you in trouble. Oh, wow. Whoa.
Ooh.
Two pair.
Ooh.
Versus 2 pair.
Versus
Call.
the all in, and that's going to be a real quick. Did he already call it?
I might as well have. Yeah, it looks like a snap call.
That was an all-in call fold, all in one motion.
One motion.
I don't even know if the camera's going to be able to catch up with that because
We're
MJ's
staying
already
efficient
folded
here.
his cards.
Yeah, there's no way.
That
Hey,
was
there's that shirt.
that was a snap. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Moses.
Give you a little horn.
Moses requesting that we draw his name. Hey,
Just kidding, Moses. I hope you win some money, man.
it's in the bucket.
So Paul's in some deep snot. He's looking for one of the 2 threes left in the deck, and a 3 only can save Paul.
And we have frozen. No, wait, that's just Josh being stoic as ever.
And a 7 of diamond. Look at Bobby. Look at that emotion.
Wow.
Look at that emotion. So a round of applause for Bobby and a round of applause for Mr. Bobby stepping up the ladder, and he gets to draw a bounty.
Unreal.
Now, I drew the bounties for him.
He
Will
already
this
knows.
be the $10,000 bounty?
That's the question. That's the $10,000 question, Charlie. Yeah, womp, womp, womp. All right.
All right, type in the chat if you think this is going to be the $10,000 bounty. Type in 1. If you think it's not going to be the $10,000 bounty, type in 2. We want to see. There's 6 bounties.
AJ's watching. Thanks for
AJ is
checking us
watching.
out.
We're about to do that drawing, AJ. 6 minutes.
Dana says, pick me, pick me.
All right, AJ's rooting for the 10,000 for Bobby. I like that right there.
AJ's
Hey, high
in.
five, high five.
Drew, Dana are both in. Basil's out. Basil says, no, it's not.
Basil wants to keep it. I can't believe it stayed alive as long as it.
I am.
And they're taped up on the wall out there, so there's no switcheroo games going
Right.
on. Look at this.
Ooh, AK say, no, it's not the 10K.
Look at Bobby. He's ripping that open.
He's
and-
excited.
Yes, he is super excited.
It's still there. It's possible. This could be it.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
And it is the
500. Ahmed and Basil were both right. AJ, Dana, and Drew were rooting on Bobby to pull that $10,000. So you know what that
Woo.
means. There's 6 players left.
That's right.
There's 5 bounties on the wall.
Ooh.
That's a 20% chance. Would you take a 20% chance to pull 10,000?
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would absolutely do that. But that's also why I'm not at the final table of this tournament.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be knocking everybody out, taking every opportunity for every shot. And, of course, I'd lose some of those.
Oh, Moses was hoping it was there. Zenith says, I got a fortune cookie that says it's 2.
There it is. That fortune cookie was correct this time. Also, your friendships will increase in November or whatever my last fortune
Yes.
cookie
So,
said.
hey, we're getting ready. We might as well get all these
Oh, look at my hand. Look at that.
getting ready to mix up.
There we go.
We got
Mixing
it
'em.
spinning. Spin it to win it.
That's it.
And it is almost time.
Right at 4:30, I believe. Right? Is the next time?
Right at 4:30.
Here we go. MJ with the small pair of 9s. It's tough to make a pair. He's going to bet it. Executioner. $150K richer for MJ.
And the executioner says, I want none of that. I'm going to save it for a better spot. And the neat thing is all the players that remain, including the players who have busted out today, they played a lot of poker with everybody yesterday. So they
Oh, yeah.
see how the players play. And I'm just thoroughly impressed by that bluff,
That bluff.
by Johnny. Yeah, by Johnny. I mean,
Wow.
I have watched Johnny play between CCC and Kojaks for the last 6 years. And I'm sure he bluffs a lot, but I've never seen him have to show a bluff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he's got it in him. Johnny's him. So here we are, hand number 27.
And speaking of Johnny, the K10. One of my favorite hands, honestly. Underrated, I think.
Suited or unsuited?
Suited.
Okay.
Suited's the only way to do that.
Cards are so much prettier suited.
They are. 3% extra equity.
70,000 chips to call. Blinds are 75,150. Moses, please, dear Lord, baby Jesus, say my name.
Come on, baby Jesus.
8 pounds, 6 ounce.
That's my favorite kind of baby Jesus. The
Yes.
8 pound, 6 ounces one.
Oh, we got 3. It looks like we're going to have 3-way action.
It does. It does look like we're going to have 3-way action.
Bobby says, how much more? And they said, no more. And he
Ooh,
goes, okay.
2 aces on the flop. 1 4 of spades.
Look at the executioner.
He's first to act, and he's going to utilize that out of position. Wow.
Johnny be good.
Holy snap call.
Okay, Johnny's got a whole nother level of game that I
What
did not
is
know was there.
happening right now?
Thank you,
Johnny,
Basil. Thank you,
the
Basil.
master picks up a Broadway and flush draw here on the turn. Is that an all-in?
No, he just reached over and grabbed a stack of plaques.
Look at this.
Dude, okay, hey, standing
Unreal.
ovation for Johnny.
Johnny.
That CCC shirt has some superpowers in it because Johnny just pulled a fast one on the Mexicution.
I'm going to say Johnny's got some swag of his own.
Johnny got skills.
Johnny got skills. Usually, common wisdom, you don't want to tango with the big stacks when you're a big stack, but this guy, unafraid,
Oh, my gosh.
and chips up to show for it.
Look at this, Linda. Johnny's got some skills that you didn't even recognize, huh?
Linda saying, come on, Johnny, 10K envelope is calling your name.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is...
It's 4:30.
No, 4:28. We're
Oh, come
almost
on.
there. We're 2 minutes away from doing the next drawing, and Joey picks up some ladies. Ladies came to... He's been patient.
Hey,
He tried to play 5-3 earlier, couldn't get anything
did.
in there. He wanted to win with that 5-3 too.
he wanted to show it down.
He said, Charlie, I tried. Yes, look at this, Drew. Johnny has skills, shirt, and a hat next time I'm in.
There it is.
Joey is raising it up
Ooh,
big.
Big
Big.
raise. Mexicutioner in a bind, and he doesn't know it. Queen Jack suited is absolutely a calling hand on the button, but he is way, way behind. Let's see if he can sniff it out.
I don't think he makes this call. That's a lot.
That is a big raise. Oh, wow, and he does. He sniffs it out. He lets it go.
Uh-oh, Hunter's got a little hand.
Hunter with the pocket fives. $2 million in his stack. If he calls here, he could potentially bust out Joey. If he hits a set, he gets out of the way.
And I'll tell you this, it's painful at that moment shipping
is.
200,000 chips from your stack.
It is that 10K bounty.
By the way, the blinds went up. Oh, you hear this ticking right here?
There it is. It's that time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to flip this camera around.
Here we go.
Chase, you got to keep one eye on the
I'll keep
hands.
one eye on the game.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to mix it up. We're going to get it flying right
Mix it.
here. And we're going to stop it right there.
That's the right spot to stop it, Charlie.
That's the right
I agree
spot.
with that.
So here we go. That's the wrong key.
That's okay. The
That's-
right spot, the wrong key. We're still in the right place.
All right, so it is open. It is ready to go. And we're drawing this one right here.
Who's it going to be?
I'm going to set it down right there. And I'm going to lock this bad boy up.
Washing his hands just like a good dealer.
I know, huh? All right, so whoop, we got to keep it
Keep it in the
on
frame.
camera. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last names first, first names last. Mr. Daryl Hopkins, are you
Daryl.
in the room? Will you check outside and see if he's in the room?
I absolutely.
All right, we're going to run and see. I did not see him when I was out there earlier. If he is not here, that rolls right into another drawing. All right, so Daryl Hopkins, we're going to flip back over to the game. We do got some, well, we had some hand, and MJ slaps down that king, queen, pulls in 300,000 chips. I'm calling it now. The next bounty winner will win the 10K. Moses, I like the way you think. And I hope you're right. I want to see that. Well, of course, we're going to see the 10,000 given away, but we're checking real quick. And I'm texting over to the other rooms. And Chase should be walking in momentarily and checking with CCC and the River League just to double check, just to solidify the chances that he's not here. Okay, he is not here.
Look at this. Joey with the pocket twos. Facing a bet. Well, with his blind bet. Facing a decision, I should say. Looks like he's cutting out raising chips.
All right. So as soon as this hand's over, we will draw another one. He is not in the room when the drawing was done, so the next person gets to go. That's a massive raise.
Huge raise. Pocket deuces never loses. Blind on blind. Up against the formidable Johnny. And it looks like Johnny folds.
Yep. Well, that's a move that Joey has. He always gets it, excuse me, ready to go. Excuse me for that. I apologize about that. So we're going to give it another little mix up.
Here we go. Mixing it up. making it happen.
Boom, shakalaka.
That's what I'm talking about.
So here we go. Can we get a drum roll, please? I'm looking. I'm not going to look.
Oh yeah, don't look. Don't look. Look at this man's integrity over here.
All right, there it is right there. And here we go. Oh, that's so hard to slide this chair up.
Moses, it will not work if you're watching the live, but if you're playing in any of our clubs,
All right,
you're good
this
to
one
go.
right here is Billy Ward.
Billy
for the 1,000.
Ward.
Is Billy out there?
I didn't see him, but I'll go check again just to double check and make sure.
So, and remember, we're drawing it till we win it. The next drawing is Billy Ward. We're checking at Kojaks and CCC. And remember, we keep on going, and these names stay out. So those two names are gone. Chase is running outside just to get a quick peek to see if they're here. And remember, blinds are 100,000, 200,000. We've got 6 players remaining. All right. We're going to go ahead and we've got the camera flipped. We're going to give it another spin. And remember, you got an entry for, you got one for every entry in here. Got one.
If I'm on camera, I might as well sit down.
Yep.
There we go.
Here we go. Next one. Oh, he's
Who
here.
it is?
He's here.
Who it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, Melvin, run
Melvin
back here.
Ward.
I know you're out there watching, Melvin. Get on out here and get on back and come claim your $1,000. He should be running. He's going to be running around that corner really fast. So we're going to go ahead and flip that around. So Melvin Ward did win. And just like that, the Executioner adds another 100,000 chips to his stack. So while we're waiting on Melvin, action continues on the table. Flop comes out, 4-way action. Flop comes out, Jack 4-10. Looking around, Joey's got the best of it with middle pair. Still double checking to see if Melvin is here. 1 second. Let me walk out there. I don't know if he's here. I know he was here earlier, but 1 second. So joining us here in the live stream room, we'll have to get him on the live stream. And let me flip this camera around. Let me tune his mic on. That's Mr. 49ers himself right there. And he won the drawing for a beautiful $1,000. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, 40, 60, 80, 9, 20, 40, 60, 80, and $1,000. How's that make you feel?
Make me feel good. Come to Kojak's.
It's going on. Kojak Celebrity Card Club and the River League drawings are live 30 of every hour. So definitely come see us. You could be $1,000 richer.
Yes, sir.
What are you going to do with that 1,000?
Pie gamble a little bit.
All right, my brother. Hey, do some good, okay? And so that's how easy you see it is. We've got a bag full of names over here. Everybody's ready to win some money. And we got the next drawing coming up in 52 minutes. So you want to make sure that you're clocked in and you're ready to go. Well, what she said, I do have to do the drawing because I'm checking to see if they're sitting here playing, because that's the only way you can win. So at the same time, you can't see my phone, but at the same time, I'm over on this. I'm texting Celebrity and the River League to see if they're in the room, because if they're in the room, so we do have to do it that way. I'm sorry about that. That's the only way that we can guarantee that they're in the room, is to be talking to the managers. So we're moving right on around on the games, and we are on hand number 35. And so just a quick peek at the chip stacks. And there you see it, Bobby, that was a really fast look. Bobby's actually in the lead, 3.8 million, almost 4 million. Right behind Bobby is Joey. We got a tight race in the middle, 2.9, 2.5, 2.5. So you've got Bobby, Joey, Hunter, the Mexicutioner, MJ, and then Hunter is now short stacked. Didn't even see that happen. So if you're joining in and you're not sure exactly what we're doing today is the final day of the Mystery Bounty. Every single player that played the Mystery Bounty tournament has their name in this beautiful little box behind me, and we are spinning it around, spin it to win it, and every hour we're doing a drawing. That person, if they're seated playing at the River League, Celebrity Card Club, or at Kojak's, they are going to win $1,000. If they're not there playing, then we go ahead and draw a next name, and we continue drawing until we have a winner each hour. 5 drawings, $5,000. We've already done 2 drawings. That would be Mr. Paulo Lujan and Melvin Ward were the recipients of the first 2 drawings, but we've got 3 more drawings. And look at this. Joey. Oh, I thought that was a call. Hunter ships it all in, and he pulls in 300,000 freshly found chips. So he's adding to his stack as we go. Moses, we're still searching for that for you, man. But you called it. The next person to pull the bounty will win the 10K. Let's see. Whoever knocks them out is going to get it. I don't know if they are or not. There's still... There's 5 bounty envelopes left out in play, so you got a 1 in 5 chance. You got a 20% chance to pull $10,000. I like those odds. I would like to be one of the people knocking them out. Mexicutioner 10-7. That's going to go in the muck. 5-3. The best hand in poker is going down in the muck. Hunter looks down at ace-10. Ace-10 offsuit. This is probably going to be, he's got 2 million chips. It's probably going to be a big raise. And it is a huge raise. It is an all-you-can-eat. And so his stack continues to grow. He's got 2.2 million chips.
Here we go. Ooh, what she said. No spoilers on the drawing, por favor. If you
I
say...
don't know that we had to do the spoilers because we have to verify that they're in the club.
Yeah, that is true. Well, we will do our best, sir. MJ in the small blind with the king, queen of diamonds. Flop comes out all red, but 2 hearts for the executioner. The king high flush draw. On a paired board, oh, wow, look at this. Another diamond. MJ up and down and with the diamond draw. The board is paired. And executioner is going to make the call here. River is a deuce of diamonds. MJ gets the check mark. In the small blind, first to act. It's a deuce. Executioner makes a pair. Technically 2 pair. Jacks, deuces, and a king kicker. How much value does MJ think he can get? Shuffling his cards, really thinking about it. Perhaps Hollywooding a little bit. Doesn't want to give too much away. And he bets a stack of plaques, 400K. And look at this, executioner with the snap call. That deuce on the river was just enough to get him to call. MJ with the check mark, scooping 800,000 chips added to his stack out of that 1.6 million chip pot. Shane looking for the chip counts. Here you go, my friend. Executioner up to 2.675 million. Right in second place. Bobby at 3.845 million chips. Joey with 2.655. MJ 2.650. Johnny at 2.4 million. Hunter at 2.2 million. Pretty tight grouping. Again, all things considered. And we are 6-handed. Now, as the player pool decreases in size, the relative strength of your hand increases in size. We might see a little bit of looser play here. Maybe. Of course, these players have all made it to the final table of a multi-qualifier event. Day 3 here. Pretty sure they have a great understanding of tournament strategy. And executioner with the queen 4 offsuit. He's going to make the call. Allow Bobby into the pot, perhaps letting him make a mistake. Anybody's game right here. Queen 4 hits a pair of 4s, bottom pair. And executioner going to bet it. Bobby going to fold. Executioner gets a pot. 200K going right towards him in profit out of that 800,000 chip pot. And the button moves. And here's a look at the VPIPs. They are starting to increase ever so slightly, though Johnny's still at the bottom end of that. Only 10% of his hands are good enough to voluntarily put chips into that pot. Bobby up to 17%. Johnny with the old ace deuce here under the gun. Lets it go. Joey with the jack 10, Basil's favorite hand. He's going to fold. MJ with the K9. Yeah, he's going to raise it up there with the K9 suited. And executioner looking at the 7 deuce. Doesn't decide to get frisky. This is not a cash game. We are playing for top prize in that $10,000 mystery bounty. Hunter making the call. Looks like ace 3 offsuit. Shane cheering Johnny on. Go, Johnny. Go, go, go. 6, 6, 5, 2 hearts. 1 diamond for MJ. Check, check on the flop. A queen comes off on the turn. Hunter in the big blind. Going to check his option. A jack on the river gives Hunter the check mark. Now looks like he checks it. MJ checks it. And the ace high will take that pot down. 1,000,000 chips in the middle. Checking, checking, checking all the way down. 550,000 in profit. These chips are really flying around with blind levels as high as they are right now. 100, 200,000. Bobby up to 3.5 million chips. MJ at the bottom of the chip leaderboard, 2.2 million chips. Still right around 11 big blinds in lowest position. Enough to be dangerous, but certainly not a whole lot of orbits to choose your spots. Hunter with the house hand, the KJ in the small blind here. Johnny with the ace-5 suited. Likely to call whatever Hunter's raise is. Could even 3-bet. Shoo, I wouldn't put it past him. But he does just call. 450,000 from each player. Pot is already just shy of 1,000,000 chips. Blind on blind. Both players good hands. Flop is king high, but all diamonds. Johnny makes the nut flush, all but locking up. Ooh, another king gives Hunter a lot of outs. Any 9, any 4, any jack. Hunter bets 400. Johnny throws it all in the middle. Hunter calls face up. And Johnny gets the check mark with a 7 on the river. Hunter is out. Hunter taking 6th place. For a payout of 1,500. Congratulations, Hunter. What a great showing. Spikes trips on the turn. The board does not pair. He does not boat up against Johnny's nut flush on the flop. Kevin getting a chip count. Hunter may not be out of this. I think he has a couple of chips behind. And he will get the button next hand if he's not eliminated. Hunter, though, out of his seat. And look at this chip counting here. Shane Scarborough saying 10K time. That 10K envelope is still in play. If Johnny does end up knocking Hunter out, and he'll be able to draw an envelope. 1 out of 5 chance. 20% possibility of just sweeping the 10K. But it does look like Hunter has a few chips behind. About 1.5 big blinds here. Megan in the chat saying this is intense. Yeah, you are right. This is intense. And here's a look at the prize pool that these players are playing for. This is why it's so intense. 6th place, 1,500 buckaroos. 2K for 5th place. Every ladder up really makes a difference. $500 difference from 5th to 6th. $500 more for 4th to 5th. And $500 from 3rd to 4th. Really want to take that top prize of $7,600. More than that, you want to get that mystery bounty. The $10,000 envelope is still in play. Kevin getting an accurate count here. Looking to make sure not a chip goes undeclared. But it does look like Hunter has about 300 behind. If our graphics are correct, that is exactly what Kevin is doing, is making sure our graphics are 100% correct.
And by my count, we've got about 5 minutes left on our next drawing if we're doing them every half hour. For $1,000 if you're present here, then you get to win. If your name is drawn, and look at this. Change being made at the table. This is the intense part of dealing as well, making sure all the chips are right. Megan saying an exciting day at Kojaks. You have no idea. It is electric here. We have so much going on. 3 full cash tables. I think we have 2 5-on-the-button games and a 1-2 round of each game. We've got our final table going on right now as well. That's what you're watching here. Thanks for watching, by the way. If you're in the chat, if you're checking us out, if you're one of the viewers, we really appreciate it. We love doing these streams. We have a great time doing them. Hey, it's a great excuse for me just to check out poker, talk a lot. 2 things that I love doing, I guess. And, yeah, very exciting Sunday here at Kojak. So thank you very much for joining us. And, yeah, it looks like Hunter does have some chips behind. But Johnny, now the runaway chip leader, 4.9 million in his stack after that massive, massive pot. He's going to go ahead and organize those chips, make sure they are stacked in a tower to his liking. And Hunter gets the button. He's got a few hands to choose from before he is forced to shove the rest of his chips in. We are not playing antes right now, just a standard small blind, big blind structure. Kevin shuffling up. One of my favorite dealers. Pitching the cards with ease. And we are still 6-handed. Linda saying, cool channel, guys. Hey, thanks, Linda. We very much appreciate that. We're having a good time putting it on. Yeah, it looks like MJ is going to throw out 200K, a call at this point. Blinds are huge, 100, 200,000. And we get a call from Bobby as well. This is Hunter's chance. He's on the button. He sees a couple of limpers ahead of him. Hunter almost shoving any 2. Ace-4 offsuit is going to be good enough for him this time. Johnny with the King-10 has a pretty good chance to finish what he started last hand. King-10 suited of diamonds. Now that is, of course, unless MJ decides to stay in the pot. If Johnny raises it up to isolate, that could allow him the best chance to eliminate Hunter. But instead, it looks like he just makes the call. Now, that looks like it's putting MJ in the blender. No, Joey makes the call with Jack-5. He wants a chance at that envelope. 20% chance to get $10,000 for knocking out Hunter. MJ now facing a decision here. 180,000 to call. 3 players ahead of him have already entered the pot for 380. MJ thinking about it. Does make the call. Bobby looks like he's jumping in as well. We're 5 players to the pot. 1 player all in and at risk. Hunter clasping his hands. Linda cheering Johnny on. There you go, Johnny. That's the way to get it done right there. Kevin stacking the pot up. A juicy pot. 1.9 million chips in the middle. 7-3-5. Bobby pulls way ahead with his set of 7s. It's going to check around. Hunter with the wheel draw. Still has hope. Any deuce or 6 will help him out. Joey with a pair of 5s. Johnny gets out of the way. No hearts for him. No king. Joey with the pair of 5s. He's going to call Bobby's $500K bet, it looks like. MJ with the ace-6. Looking for a 4 to make a straight to the 7. No diamonds, though. 13% equity. Way behind on this hand. Bobby not quite locking it up. But MJ does fold. Not going to chase his gut shot. We've got a side pot brewing. About $1 million in the side pot. A 9 of diamonds comes off. No real help to Joey. Hunter still looking for a deuce or a 6. Bobby bets out again, it looks like. $500K more. And that gets a fold. Bobby scooping the side pot. $1 million already headed his way. An ace on the river. Not good enough to improve Hunter, and he is eliminated in 6th place. A great showing from Mr. Hunter. Absolutely fantastic player. Locking up $1,500 in prize winnings. And I believe that'll put us on break here. 1,500 buckaroos going to Mr. Hunter Pierce. Again, a fantastic player. Great deep run. Next up, 5th place, taking home $2K. And we've got a drawing for the bounty. That's right, Mr. Bobby did knock out Hunter. So he gets a shot at the $10,000 mystery bounty. What's it going to be? Still got a couple of $1,000 envelopes. Still got a couple of $500 envelopes. Here we go. Drum roll, please. What's it going to be? You see the paper, and the number is 400. Congratulations, Mr. Bobby. Bobby, the chip leader here, gets another $400 in bounties added to his total take-home. Bobby up to $5.5 million. Johnny up to $4.5 million. MJ at the bottom at $1.6 million, basically tied with Joey. Now we're going to go ahead and take a break for a couple of minutes, but we will be back. I can promise you that. Thank you for checking us out. We'll be back very shortly, and we'll, me and Charlie, going to fill some time, talk about some stuff, shoot the breeze a little bit.
Hey-yo, we are not over. We've got a bounty coming up here. Look at this. Mr. Johnny getting a bounty. And what is it? It's $10K. Mr. Johnny picking up the $10,000 bounty. That's what I'm talking about right there. Congratulations, Mr. Johnny. Picking up the $10K. You love to see it. And we are down to four-handed right there. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. And we are still playing here. We got four-handed, 4 players remaining. The Mexicutioner, 2.5 million chips. Joey at 1.6 million chips. And then at the top, we've got Johnny and Bobby. One representing CCC, the other one representing the River League. We've got Joey still in the top 4 representing us here at Kojaks, and the Mexicutioner representing all of the clubs here. Here we go. Shane Scarborough saying, I knew it. Awesome. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about right there. And Joey picking up the Jack 5 suited this time here. Mexicutioner with the Jack 8 offsuit. Not going to be good enough to play either of those. And we move on to the next hand. Drew Abel saying, Johnny's got skills. Yes, he does. He's got the right skills to draw that 10K envelope. Unreal, everybody. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for sticking with us through that break. We are back in action, and we are playing four-handed. Now, we do not allow chops in this tournament until we get to 3 players. They may arrange a chop once we get to 3 players. I don't expect that they will, though. I believe that would forfeit the rest of the bounties. Still, I believe, a couple $1,000 envelopes left over. Vince in the box, dealing it up. Ace, Jack, 6. Mexicutioner hitting a pair of 6s. He bets. He takes it. A giant tower of plaques. It looks like for each one of these players. Unreal how these chips accumulate. And we're moving on here. Four-handed. These blinds are going to be coming at you fast. We're up to 125, 250. $6.4 million for our chip leader, Johnny, who just won the 10K mystery bounty. Bobby at $6 million. Mexicutioner 2.8. Bobby at ace queen in the small blind versus Johnny's ace 10. There will be violence here. There could be blood. Linda in the chat saying she knew Johnny was going to draw that 10K bounty. Woohoo, she says. And Bobby just calls with the ace queen, giving Johnny a little bit of rope. And Johnny takes that rope. It looks like he puts out a raise. Bobby, the parking lot hand here. 1.25 million. Bobby, a cool mill to call. And Bobby with the ace queen says, yep, let's run it out. Let's see what we got here. Bring me a flop. He makes the call. 2.5 million chips in the middle right now. Both big stacks tangoing right now. One player will emerge victorious here. Well, unless there's a chop. There is a possibility of that, but not a very high possibility here. My main man Vince here
Putting out a flop 10-4 deuce here. Johnny's all in. Bobby folds. Johnny the Gambler Scarborough in the house. Yes, indeed. And he is in a hand here. Well, not for much longer. He does decide to fold. Bobby scooping that pot right there. 2.5 million in the middle. Headed his way. 1.2 million. And let's look at these chip stacks. Johnny, the leader here. Just over 7 million chips. An untold amount in total bounties after scooping that $10,000 envelope. Bobby, second place, 5.875 million. Executioner down there, just shy of 3 million chips. Still ahead of the 10 big blind mark. And Joey down right around 1 million chips. And in the big blind, no less for Joey. He's got the ace-jack suited. He's going to make the call, make the shove here. Executioner looking down at some suited gappers. The 9-7, not a horrible hand to potentially bust a pocket pair like tens or jacks. Not a horrible hand to do something like that, but of course we can see Executioner almost completely dominated there. And Joey all in. Executioner needs to call about 1 million chips, but he folds instead. And Joey dragging the pot, chipping up 1.275 million in his stack. And we are moving on. We're all ready to hand number 49. Blinds up to 125, 250K. Johnny with the Jack 10, Basil's favorite hand. Under the gun, four-handed. Certainly playable. And it looks like he does elect to make the call. Executioner in the small blind with the King 8. He calls as well. Bobby, Queen 7. Suited, gets a free flop. Looking for spades for Bobby. Johnny up and down here on the flop. 8, 9, 4. Executioner making a pair of 8s. No spades for Bobby. Executioner will have running clubs working for him. Can't bank on that, though. And he is ahead right now. But look at this, almost a coin flip as far as equity goes. A 6 of hearts. No running clubs for the Executioner. And 300,000 is the bet. Johnny with the snap call. Alarm bells going off from Executioner here.
I'm coming running.
And here comes Mr. Charlie, the fastest moving guy in poker. A 7 on the river seals it up. Johnny gets the check mark. Look at this. Executioner all in for 1.7.
Slaps it down. Go, Johnny, go.
Johnny
be good.
Johnny draws what, 5th blood? 6th blood? Unbelievable. And gets another shot at an envelope right there.
Has the 10,000 been drawn yet?
Yes, sir.
Who drew it?
It was Johnny.
Johnny be good.
Johnny be good.
All right, speaking of that, we're going to flip this camera around.
Hey-o.
Are you ready to rock and roll? I got to find the key. It is time to do, I guess I need to spin it first.
Spin it up, Charlie. Let's see what we got.
Give it a little rock and roll.
There it is. Spinning around.
That is so loud when you listen to it right here.
It is pretty loud.
All right.
I can vouch.
All right, so nothing in the hand.
Nothing in the hand.
Going
Nothing in
in.
the sleeve.
Going in. I got one.
What is it?
I don't know.
Who wins? Oh, man. The anticipation. This is crazy right now.
Wrong key.
Locking her up. We don't want to spill out those
All right.
names.
So the best of luck to everybody. Look at this. That's my paw.
Hey, Shane cheering Mr. Johnny on.
That's my paw.
All right, the name first and last.
Winner, Michael Martinez.
Michael Martinez.
Let me run and check and see if he's outside. I think he just left. If he left, he's ineligible.
All
One second.
right, here we go. Drum roll.
All right.
That's right. We are giving away a lot of money here. We're doing $5,000 total, $1,000 at a time. That's right. Cash drawings, 5x 1,000. We are on drawing number 3. By my math, $10,000 mystery bounty has gone to Mr. Johnny Scarborough. Linda cheering on Mr. Johnny as well. Look at him go. Absolutely. And look at this. We're down to 3 players now. Mr. Martinez, the Executioner, taking 4th place. $2,500 going his way. And Charlie comes back.
So I've got good news for everyone. He is no longer in the building.
He's out.
We go in another one.
Here we go. Drum roll, please. Brrr. There
Chase,
it is.
how about you draw this one?
You know what? You know what? I will. I will draw this one. Look at this. Nothing in the hands,
Can't
nothing
look.
up the sleeves. I'm not looking. I even have my eyes closed. Doing a swirly and a twirly with my hand. I've got one single piece of paper.
You gotta tell it.
All right, here we go. Tell it like it is. Run, tell that. All right, here we go. The big reveal. Let me see if I can get this on the camera. Oh, what is that? Francisco Mendoza
That's Martin.
That is Martin.
That's the River League. Let's
sir.
call up and see. You
he
know,
was
he's
here
been,
last night.
he's been typing in this chat all day long.
All day long. Are you present, Martin?
Now it's the moment of truth. Let's see.
This is exciting. Another drum roll. Look at this. Charlie's
Hey,
got
look
him
at
on
this, look at this.
speed dial. Let's switch over. We are doing another bounty drawing
Johnny
here.
Scarborough.
Johnny
Hey, is Martin
Scarborough.
Martin just won $1,000. Hey, put him on the mic.
Hey, Martin. Martin, they want to talk to you. You're on the
Here he comes.
Here he comes on the mic. Let's get on around here.
Here he comes.
Mr. Martin, what did you just do?
I won $1,000 thanks to Kixie FM.
Hey, thanks to Kixie FM 92.7, otherwise known as the River League Celebrity Card Club and Kojaks. Martin, thank you for participating and congratulations on your $1,000, sir.
Good, because I just went all in.
He just
Rebuy.
went all in. Rebuy time. All right, Martin, good luck and enjoy that $1,000, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Sweet. This is going to Mr. Martin.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, we've got chopportunities going on here in real time. Of course, we are on a 15-minute delay, but we've got 3 players remaining, so they are allowed to make chop arrangements. Third place, $3,000. Second place, $4,000. First place, $7,600. Now, I believe they may be making a chop for second and third place, maybe evening out that prize pool. It is possible that that's what's going on here. Linda talking about the anxiety levels, 100%. I am in total agreement with you. Yeah, the anxiety is very real, especially this deep in a tournament. It does get a little crazy. It does. And I'm just going to put it on me here because this is what the game looks like right now while they talk about the chop, trying to figure out exactly what to be done here. I guess I can put this up there instead of my ugly mug. $68,000 in the prize pool. $10K for the mystery bounty has been claimed by Mr. Johnny Scarborough, who appears to be the big winner today. He's got about 10 million in chips right now, the runaway chip leader. Bobby in second place, 5.6 million, and Joey at 1.27 million. Let's see if the chip stack count will show up. There it is. Look at that. Shane saying, don't chop. I like where your head's at. Yeah, Johnny just shy of 10 million chips, almost doubling second place. He's got more than second and third combined. So Shane, absolutely right. Yeah, don't chop when you're that far ahead. And a couple of mystery bounties are still in play. And you can see our dealer's hands there. It looks like Mr. Vince's hands. Explaining the old chop. And then there we go, shuffling. Ken saying Johnny won't chop with the massive lead. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That is a massive lead. And Johnny's already got that $10,000 mystery bounty. He's already got a couple more of those bounties. I'm sure he wants to add the rest up to his stack. Let's see what he can get going there. Shane says he might. He's probably tired. This is day 3 of a very long-running poker tournament. We had flights A through J for this tournament. Each one of those flights a full tournament in itself. We had day 2 yesterday. I want to say it was 47 players. Could have been 42. Above 40 players. And now we're down to the last 3. And we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Down to the final 3 here. Mr. Bobby putting in some chips there. I'm laughing because Johnny has a fortress of those plaques.
Bobby and Johnny, blinds. Blind versus blind. Looks like Johnny raises, Bobby folds. Moses, yes, they have. They have pulled the 10K. You're looking at the winner of that 10K right there, Mr. Johnny Scarborough. Very cool. We've got another drawing as well coming up for our last $1,000 prize giveaway. And here we go. Hand number 51 is upon us. Bobby with the house hand on the dealer button, though. First to act, three-handed. KJ suited. Johnny with the queen 8. And Bobby makes the call here. 250,000 chips going in the middle. Charlie, excellent shirt right there in the background. Looks like he's dealing with that chop possibility here. Linda saying, all in a day's work. Yes, indeed. A couple days' work, honestly. This has been a long-running tournament. Lots of different flights, lots of different qualifiers. Day 2 yesterday, day 3 today. Moses, please tell Johnny I'm related to him from a distant aunt, uncle, LOL. I think that story holds up. I think it checks out. All 3 players here on this flop. 9-4 deuce, 2 clubs, a 3rd club coming off on the turn. Joey with the jack high flush draw here. Not a whole lot going on for the other players. Ace on the board, certainly a scare card. Checks all around. An 8 on the river. That'll give Johnny the check mark, if I'm not mistaken. Johnny does show off his 8. Taking the pair. Taking the pot. Boom. On to the next hand. These pots are huge in size. $750,000 or chips in the middle. And that was just limp, limp, limp. Check, check, check. Almost a million chips without any action happening at all. I like the way Bobby is thinking there. He's got his plaques on one side. He's got his chips on the other. And shoot, when you have 5 million of them, might as well spread them out. Joey with the 10-9 in the small blind here. Bobby with the ace-10, absolutely dominating Joey. Bobby raises it up to 500,000. Joey coming along for the ride here out of the small blind. He will play out of position. Over $1 million. Almost over $1 million. Almost shy of $1 million. In fact, right at $1 million in the middle for this pot. King 10 tray. Both players making a pair of 10s. Bobby, of course, with the better kicker. Bobby betting 250. Joey calling. Even before Bobby puts the rest of his chips in the middle. Joey looking for a 9. 4 of diamonds, no help. Joey still maintains 3 outs. He goes all in. Bobby calls right away. And Joey all in and at risk. 2 million chips in the middle. A 10 on the river seals it for Bobby. He gets the check mark and he eliminates 3rd place. Joey with an absolutely fantastic showing, taking 3rd place, taking a large prize of $3,000 with him. Congratulations, Joey, on that fantastic performance. And now we are heads up. Shane saying, look at those chips. 100% look at those chips. And look at those plaques. That is unreal. And we started off the day with 3 colors of chips. We had the orange ones for 10,000. We had the black ones for 25,000 and the plaques for 100,000. Now a small barrel of reds remains, and you can see them right on top of Johnny's stack right there. We're down to 2 players. That means a first and a second place. 7,600 going to first place, 3,500 going to second place. And we are going to draw for our mystery bounty right here. Here we go. What is it? Oh, Charlie building the suspense. $1,000. That's what I'm talking about right there. Congratulations. These players just keep on winning. Mr. Bobby grabbing another cool 1K. And we've got Aiden, one of my favorite dealers, popping up here, changing shifts, jumping on into the box. Roger Copeland saying, somebody tell Joey it's called karma that he's not getting the chop that he is asking for. Basil will understand what he's talking about. There you go. Moses asking how the split pot went. Went pretty good, sir. Went pretty good. I'm not sure if you're referring to the chop for the tournament prize. They elected to chop third and second, evening third and second place. 3,500 going to third place for Joey. Second place also stacking a cool 3,500. First place still maintains $7,600. And we've got about a 2-to-1 chip lead here. Mr. Johnny Scarborough with almost 1.1 million in chips. And we've got Mr. Bobby here with just over 600,000 in chips. And we are going to be playing heads up, so every pot will be blind on blind. Bobby with the King 5 on the button. Johnny with the Jack Deuce suited. Bobby raising it up with his king. Looks like Johnny comes along unafraid here. The board is paired 9-4-4, 2 diamonds for Johnny with the flush draw. A 7 on the turn. Johnny bets. 500,000. Bobby folds. 525,000 in profit going to Mr. Johnny. Now we are at almost exactly a 2-to-1 chip lead for Johnny versus Bobby. But with the blinds as large as they are, $250,000 for the big blind, we're going to see some pretty fast-paced action here. Aiden dealing it up here. Archer Aiden with Robin Hood-like accuracy for his pitch. And it looks like players are discussing potentially a chop for second and first place. We've got a hold. Got a little allergies going on here in West Texas. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. Just about everybody I know has a itchy nose, runny nose, itchy eyes, the whole 9, myself included. And it looks like they are discussing a chop. Holding up 2-to-1 chip lead for Mr. Johnny. About 2-to-1 in the prize pool. They may just call it. And you can see the players waving it around, talking with their hands. gesturing about that $38,500 prize pool. A long-running tournament, many flights to qualify, many fields, basically, to beat out. And you're looking at the final two players. Mr. Bobby, a regular at the River League in San Angelo. Mr. Johnny, a regular at the Celebrity Card Club in Odessa. And Joey in third place, a regular here at Kojaks. And it looks like we are discussing the chop. We are getting ready to call it. Aiden the dealer, very appropriately, holding the call buttons right there. Still sniffly here on this side of the mic. Shane voting no on the chop. I love to see it. It's not going to be an even chop, I don't imagine, Shane. I think they may just call it here. Second place getting 3,500. First place getting 7,600. But I don't know for sure. We got some hey dudes off in the background there. We got Charlie's walking up. They're discussing the chop. Charlie, always well dressed. Discussing the chop here. And this looks like it may do it. Congratulations to everybody who's made it to our final table. Fantastic showing for every player here. Fantastic showing for all the players that were eliminated. And it looks like we're continuing on. Shane says, if that's the case, chop it up. Yes, sir. Looks like they're going to play at least one more hand. Johnny with the Queen 3, absolutely dominated by Bobby's Queen 10. Johnny makes the call. Bobby shoves all in. Love that aggression right there. Linda saying, either way, so proud of you, Johnny. I think everybody is. Fantastic, fantastic showing. Again, from all of the players here. No matter what club, we had 3 clubs all hosting different qualifiers for this event. Here at Kojaks, we did host day 2 and, of course, the final table, day 3 that we've been watching so far today. Everybody really playing solid poker, but certainly a lot to be proud of from these final 2 players, Johnny and Bobby. Johnny on the button now, going to be first to act pre-flop. And Aiden pitching cards out there. Bobby first to act. Looks down at 2 cards. Good enough to throw a couple of plaques out there in the middle. 250,000 is the big blind. Bobby with the 10-7 suited. Johnny with the King-Queen. This could be the final hand. Shane, you got your wish. No chop right there. A monotone flop. 10-6-5. All spades. A queen on the turn gives Johnny the better pair. Building suspense here. There's the next one. A 4 of spades. Johnny will be the winner. Unbelievable showing from all of these players. Johnny representing Celebrity Card Club in Odessa. Very, very nicely. Takes the top spot. No chop about it. $6,600 is what they agreed to for first place. $4,500 for second. And that'll do it. Congratulations to all of our players. was trying to get Charlie in here for some final words, but it looks like the chips are going to be changing hands. And the prize pool is going to be changing hands as well. Just want to say thank you, everybody, for checking us out. We did it, everybody. We did it. We made it through that mystery bounty tournament. Extremely exciting poker. A lot of suspense in the air. A lot of money changing hands as well. We saw that $10,000 mystery bounty going to Mr. Johnny Scarborough. We saw a couple $1,000 bounties going to Mr. Bobby there. There are 2 finalists. Great showing from Joey taking 3rd place. Mr. Michael Martinez, the Mexicutioner himself, taking 4th place. Fantastic poker played all around. 3-day event. So not only did we see some great poker here at the final table today, but it's been a long time coming. A lot of different qualifiers. And of course, we had a field of over 40 players for day 2 yesterday. A lot of poker going on here at Kojak's, as well as that final table that just wrapped up. We've got a couple of cash games going on right now. We've got another giveaway or 2 for $1,000. So if you haven't heard your name called just yet, that means your name could be still in that bucket behind me. We could be drawing your name. You got to be present to win. So come out, check us out. Any of the clubs that are participating in that will allow you to take home that $1,000 in cash. So come check us out. Shane saying we do a great job, fun to watch. I really appreciate that, Shane. Thank you. It is fun to put these on. This is genuine enthusiasm, genuine excitement for poker. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for checking us out. We will be doing more live streams. We've got our October series coming up very shortly on the 1st. We'll be reining in that Permian Basin Poker Series with a great event you're not going to want to miss, and we will be live streaming it. So make sure to check out Poker Atlas for the details, how you can enter and potentially win that event. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Stay safe out there on Sunday, and happy